Hi everyone, it's Desiree. I'm tuning in live from my kitchen, and whenever you see me like this, it means you are literally in my kitchen cupboard. You are amongst all of my dishes, my plates and bowls and everything. But I thought it was really important for me to actually jump on live right now because I am just about to prepare a beautiful bone broth soup, and I think it's important for you to know the benefits of this soup and to see how simple and easy it is to make this. It has great digestive healing properties, so go out to your local butcher, get some bones, and you can do it in under 5 minutes, minus the cooking time. So simple as heck. What I'm gonna do is grab my beautiful pot. You can do it in a slow cooker as well. This is a pot. You have to be careful with your cooking utensils as well. Make sure that they're non-toxic as much as possible. This is actually a ceramic lined pot. So no aluminum here, no Teflon, no non-stick coatings, because those are actually toxic. So you want to get, there's beautiful cookware now that's lined with ceramic, and it's pretty nice and it's pretty inexpensive. You can also obviously use glass or cast iron, anything like that, or stainless steel, of course. Make sure that your cookware is non-toxic, because remember, you are heating this baby to high temperatures and you don't want any of the toxins to leach into your food. So of course, there are so many places to start with getting healthy, step by step, baby steps. That's my philosophy. Those baby steps are going to be the longest sustained and the easier to achieve. They're going to be easier to achieve. And it's better than trying to, overhaul everything at once, because that's just overwhelming and you probably won't do very well with it. So I wanted to show you that I basically fill up that stock pot with water. I know this is very basic, but maybe people don't know about this. Everyone here is suffering from digestive issues, and bone broth can be extremely healing. You can actually put it into a mug and drink this throughout your day. It's a nice, hot, warm drink that's going to soothe and heal your intestines. It's going to give your digestive system a break also. So what I love to put into my bone broth is some turmeric. So you see I'm almost done, I have to go get some. But some organic turmeric. You can also get the turmeric roots or the high quality turmeric powder. I love dill, so I have this organic dill that I put in. I love dill in soups, it's so tasty. And then to give it some flavor, already the chicken bones are gonna give it a great flavor. Beef bones are also excellent at giving soup a lot of flavor, but I really like these organic bouillon cubes by Harvest, hi Elizabeth, by Harvest Sun, because they're pretty clean. There's no MSG in them. It's basically dehydrated vegetables and sea salt if I look at the ingredients, okay? So you want to get yourself, if you want some flavor, if not, the bones create enough flavor on their own, and you can also add some fresh herbs and spices. And then I'm going to show you the magic key ingredient. So these are my bones. I get a whole bunch of them. I actually stock them in my freezer. You can get organic bones. These are not organic bones. They're hard to find. I have to say they're not so easy to find unless you go over to an organic butcher, which we have at a farmer's market, but it's too far. And right now I have 2 young kids, one of which is suffering from chronic ear infections. So I really want to make sure that I boost up his immune system. He's only 2 years old. And I know that I'm getting these bones from a kosher animal. And when you have a kosher animal, it means that the animal has been really checked for diseases and cleaned properly. I've called the company. There's no hormones, no antibiotics given to these animals. So I trust these bones. You can go to your local butcher, and basically bones are the things that they throw out. So you can get bones for really cheap or almost nothing. So this big pack of bones, I have 2 carcasses in here, including the neck and the torso, and it cost me under $2.50, guys. $2.18 Canadian dollars. That is nothing to make a huge pot of healing bone broth. To my bone broth, I will add, depending on what kind of diet you follow and what aggravates your system, you're going to go with whatever, foods go well with your body. I like to put onions and garlic. Some people don't do well with that. I love to put zucchini. I find it very soothing on the intestinal tract. Carrots, celery, I'm gonna put some cauliflower in there to make a creamy soup for my kids. And then you can even add a little bit of quinoa or millet or buckwheat or any gluten-free grain that's gonna give it more substance and make it even into a meal, okay? So beautiful bone broth, get into your kitchen. Literally, you just pour a pot of boiling water, stick your bones in, let those bones boil for a long time. Another thing, since I'm in my kitchen, is I'm gonna show you that I love to add apple cider vinegar, just a splash of apple cider vinegar into the bone broth. And that's gonna help to basically pull the minerals out of the bones and then add them into your bone broth. So bone broth can be actually a very high mineral food. Never put zucchini in my bone broth. I'll try adding it next time. Yeah, I love zucchini. That's actually one of my favorite vegetables. But did you know that most zucchini is genetically modified? I had no idea. So if you can, guys, get your zucchini organic. And if you want, we can do a talk on the top foods to get organic in order to make sure that you stay away from pesticides and herbicides and things like that. If you want to increase the immune enhancing capabilities of this soup, you can get these beautiful it's a beautiful herb called astragalus root. They look like little mini popsicle sticks. You can get them sometimes at an Asian herb store or at a health food store, and you can add those into the boiling water, and that's gonna help to increase the immune properties of the soup. So if you look at any traditional culture, there's always some kind of bone broth. In the Chinese culture, not so much in the Ayurvedic culture because that's, they don't really eat animals, right? It's a vegan culture, or vegetarian, I should say, not vegan. But a lot of cultures have these rich broths. And again, it gives it so much flavor. It has many digestive healing properties. It has lots of collagen. So that's gonna increase flexibility, mobility in your body, all of these beautiful things. So that's really my little tip for the day. Make your own bone broth. Does anybody have any questions, whoever is watching live? You can also, by the way, ask questions on the replay. And I got a really interesting comment this morning because everyone's engaging much more, which is so nice, guys. You know, feel free to engage and ask questions and have a back and forth conversation. That's really what the group is for. It's not for, you know, one sort of authority figure to speak to everyone else, but it's really a group for sharing what has helped other people, and that could help you as well. But one of the members made a comment this morning saying that she was in another group where people really weren't allowed to speak and engage, and that's really not the case with our group. Gabby and I have made it very clear that we want this to be a place of engagement and conversation and connection and helping each other. It's a beautiful, large group with lots of variation of people at different stages of their healing journey, and we can all learn so much from each other, okay? Because people are really suffering in the group, and it really helps to know what someone else has gone through so that they can maybe implement that and it can help them as well. So again, if you have any questions, I'm here for the next half a minute. But other than that, make sure that your food is going to heal your body. Make sure you're not eating too many processed and packaged foods, junk foods, foods that are, you know, prepared and have a lot of chemicals in them, because those foods are not going to nourish your body. If you have digestive symptoms, your body is already compromised, okay? So there's a lack of absorption, a lack of the intake of nutrients that you need to build up your body and to build up the systems in your body and to build up the structures in your body. So that's already, you know, compromised. So make sure to choose foods that have a high nutrient density and a high nutrient value so that you can get as many of those nutrients. You have a higher chance of getting those nutrients into your cells and into your body in order to nourish your body so that you don't feel fatigued, so that you don't feel lethargic and tired all the time. You know, the opposite. You're going to be nourishing your body with the foods that build up your body and that give you that vitality and energy that you need to function and go through your day. Hi Chloe, hi Elizabeth, thanks for watching, guys. So if you have any questions, you can post them in the thread underneath this video, and I hope that you're all taking good care of your guts, and we are going to be live as well on Thursday, tomorrow at 2 p.m. discussing healing time. How long does it actually take for your digestion to heal? Good question, huh? Really good question. Really interesting answer. Make sure to tune in live. Gabby, the other admin, and I are going to be going live together. We're both naturopaths. We're both very knowledgeable. We have a lot of information to share, lots of experience with previous clients with digestive issues, real life clients where we've seen what works and what doesn't work. So we have a lot of experience in that domain. And will this help with IBS? Absolutely. Yes, make a bone broth. It will absolutely help. From Scandinavia. Hi. I'm from Canada, Montreal, Canada. It's starting to get cold here. It's fall, really beautiful. The fall leaves are out, but it's gonna start getting all cold and wintry soon. So there, the soup comes in even more handy. And I probably make a batch of the soup about like every 3 days, because I think it's very important to continually boost everyone's immune system and gut health on an ongoing basis. I'm a believer in prevention and continuing to do things over the long term, as opposed to just doing things like once a year where it's too late, even where symptoms have gotten so bad and you're already in trouble. Instead, preventative measures, and do it on a consistent basis to make yourself feel amazing. And the other thing I wanted to mention that's going on in this group is, if you notice in the thread, it's usually posted as an announcement, so you'll see it on top. But what I'm trying to do here is put in weekly challenges, guys. So this is so helpful. Remember, you're doing this as a group. Everyone's doing this together. So these weekly challenges are meant to really help motivate you and inspire you and get you to actually take those steps. So for example, today's Wednesday challenge, I posted it about 2 hours ago, is all about drinking herbal teas. And that's why I asked the question, who drinks coffee in this group? Coffee is a bowel stimulator. If you're having diarrhea or too many active bowel movements, you don't want to be having coffee. And there's some beautiful alternatives to coffee. -degree here plus a little snow. Oh, we haven't got the snow yet. I think we had 1 day of snow. But again, herbal teas are so powerful. If you get the actual herbs and the plants, they're basically just the dried up plants. And I mentioned a few herbal teas. Go in and look at this week's challenge. And I challenge you this week to drink 1 cup of herbal tea every evening before you go to bed. Now, I do this all the time after dinner, kind of in between after dinner period and going to bedtime. I'll always have a cup of herbal tea, and my husband will have the same thing. It's become like sort of a ritual, and we have a huge selection of herbal teas that we like. But I always try to choose teas that are going to help my digestion. I'm always thinking about my digestion and what I could do to just optimize and better the situation, because your digestion's working so hard for you. It's working overtime all the time. It doesn't stop working. So why wouldn't you give it back and do the best that you can in order to nourish it and make it feel good? So your challenge this week, your Wednesday challenge, is to have 1 cup of herbal tea every single night. And just that one small change could help to hydrate you. It could help to impart those beautiful beneficial properties from the plant that you're having. I love turmeric tea. I love ginger tea. I love dandelion tea. I love nettle tea, peppermint tea, fennel tea, all of these beautiful herbal teas that you can just have every evening before going to bed. And one beautiful thing about it is that you can add a bit of licorice root, so long as you don't have high blood pressure, or a bit of stevia, a sweetener, and that's gonna help. You know how sometimes you have those after dinner sweet cravings where you like want to shove your face with some cookies or some ice cream, and your mind just starts going off and thinking about all of these sweets that you feel like? Well, by adding a bit of stevia or by adding a little bit of licorice root, you can actually sweeten up that tea and curb all of those sweet cravings. Those sweet cravings will be satisfied and will go away. I promise you. So try it and let me know how it goes. And I hope to see you guys soon in the live tomorrow. And take care, guys. And cheers to everybody's digestion health.